For Hackathon, it's a bittersweet moment. Awesome that we got to come and build all this cool stuff and be together and make all these connections. And awesome that we're going to get to showcase what we've done, show it off. So I just want to start by saying thank you. In particular, thank you to Wikimedia Estonia for being such gracious hosts. Yes, yes. Social events, socks, they've really been quite wonderful. I want to give the mic over to Ivo, who is going to say a few words.
Thank you, and also hello from my side as well. And I do hope that those few days in Estonia that have flown by so quickly have really been an enjoyable experience to you. That you have had this chance to meet some new people, met your old friends, and maybe gotten some new ideas, or even somehow managed to actually write some code, maybe. And hopefully it's even functional. That's even better. But we are slowly advancing to the end of this event, and just like we are slowly advancing in our bigger goal of providing the access to everyone for the free knowledge. Step by step, edit by edit, we are moving closer to our goal that is still also step by step moving away from us. So that's how life is. But still, I hope you enjoyed the weekend and made some progress. But Tallinn has a legend that inside Ülemiste lake, you know, that big lake next to the airport, there's a Ülemiste elder living there somehow in this very wet environment. And he occasionally wanders down to the city below and asks, is Tallinn ready? And so far he has not yet been lucky, because people have always answered, no, Tallinn is not yet ready. And so this man has disgruntled and slowly walked back to the lake. But be warned, if anyone would ever reply that now Tallinn is ready, then he would open the floodgates and Tallinn will be left under the lake water. So, and isn't the same true for Wikipedia? When we could reply that it is all done, isn't it that we are closing to the imminent end? So as long as there's something to do, that long the progress is possible. Life is in the moment. And I hope that it also moved a lot during this weekend. And it will move even further in the coming days and months and years, especially with all of the new ideas you have gotten and all of the new acquaintances. But also, Estonia has many startups and is a bit known for them for whatever reason. And some of them even happen to be unicorns. And there are many explanations, most probably wrong. But one of the ideas there, at least, is maybe one of the reasons why there are so many of them and some of them are successful, is that they really from the very beginning need to focus on the world market and think big. Because just in Estonian market is so small that you can't build a viable company for that anyway. But this is also what we are doing. We are focusing all of the world, and we need to aim big and high, and this is how we get things done. So we need more bold ideas, and we need to engage even bigger and bigger number of people and make it possible for them to cooperate even more and more efficiently. And this is especially where the technical tools come in handy. So, yeah, I hope you also focus on the good execution of those ideas, and we will keep on moving towards our goal of making everyone to have the access to free knowledge. Thank you.
Thanks, Ivo. Thanks for those reflections. Appreciate it. The laptop screen does not look like the projector screen right now. We'll just give us a moment, figure it out. Cool, thanks. So I just want to say a couple more thank yous. I want to say thank you to the volunteer helpers who supported the organizers in running the event. These are the session coordinators, the help desk, the people who did documentation, blogging, announcements, photos, logistics, safety, so much. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much. I also want to say thank you to the code reviewers and the mentors who helped people actually figure out how to do things and get it submitted and get it merged. Thank you for being the unsung heroes of shipping things in the showcase at this hackathon. And then thank you to everyone who helped fix issues, unlock access, make connections in between people and more. There is so much that goes on at a hackathon that is intangible and lives on in our sort of investment in our infrastructure and our connections for long after the hackathon. So thank you to everyone who helped make those things happen. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. I am going to hand it over to Oyinye.
Okay, hi everyone. I have one more thank you before I move into this. Thank you to Trust and Safety team, the hackathon organizers, and the travel team. There was so much work that went behind the scenes. Thank you so much for your support, guys. All right, thank you. Before we go into the most anticipated part of the show, which is the showcase, I would like to give a few things on what happens next. First up will be documentation. We have a MediaWiki page for documentation linked to the hackathon page. So, and we have this because we want to document all the incredible work that has been done for the past 2-3 days by you all seated. So please, if you have any project that you've worked on, please add them to the MediaWiki page. A couple of people took photos of the event. Please help upload them to Commons. We have the category called Wikimedia Hackathon 2024. Also, we have a subcategory called About Presentation. So please add your slides from sessions to that category on Commons. If you would like to document your experience at the hackathon, probably people you met, how exciting it was, project that you worked on via a blog post, please also help add the link to that page so other people who want to attend other editions can see how great it is and sign up for the next one. Also, to have like a centralized database for all the information about the event, we are asked, first of all, everyone who took note at this event was amazing. Every single Etherpad was packed. It was complete. Thank you so much for doing that. We now ask that you kindly help us migrate the notes from the Etherpad to the corresponding fabricator ticket so we have like a centralized database for all this information. All right, moving on to the post-event survey. I feel like this is the part where everyone is like, oh, another survey. But please, this survey helps us to understand what you want to see at future editions of events like this. What did we do great? What did we do wrong? How was the food? How was the location? We want to know. Please fill the survey. We sent an email yesterday with the link to the survey. If you didn't get the email, that's fine also. You can scan this QR code. They are located in several places currently on the conference floor, and you can fill out the survey to let us know what you think. We would keep your feedback in mind as we implement future versions of the hackathon. The survey is open until May 20th, so please help get your answers in before then. All right, on this evening's agenda, the first thing we're going to be having is the showcase, and that will be recorded for documentation purposes. But after the showcase is done, we have a restaurant. Always no, we don't have a restaurant, but we have a reservation at a restaurant called F-Hun. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. From 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and we're going to have dinner and we're going to have drinks together and get to know more about each other. Please remember that your tag is what guarantees you access into the dinner venue, and also this blue ticket at the back is your drink ticket. So please come with your tags and your drink ticket as you come over to the venue for the dinner. The email that we sent yesterday contains a link on how to get there if you're walking, if you're using the tram, or if you would like to go by boat. All right. Okay, it's showcase time now, and I'll invite Sarah Brand. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm wrong, right?
No worries.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, let's see. Not really sure if we did this well, but yeah, okay, that's what I was expecting. We have the Etherpad, an error occurred, let's reload it, and then things should be fine again. We have 41 presentations, I believe, if I remember it well. How does that work? Yep. It scrolls the way that Apple wants you to, not the way that I have configured my own laptop. So make sure that you keep that in mind. Yeah, we have 41. And like every time, this is the big celebration of our event, right? Everybody's going to show what they did. And if we have some time left at the end, we're also going to tell each other some things about the things that we can't show, but that we have experienced here. A part of the showcase that we introduced last year, which I hope that we can repeat again. So I'll not take too much of your time, and I will ask to come to the stage Simon, who is going to present? Yeah, either Simon 04, Yeshira and Williams, or John Robson. Either or.
How does the stuff go on screen?
Oh, right. How does this go on screen? I obviously rambled a bit and thinking that you saw what I did, and you didn't. And we should have a second microphone, do we? It's right there. Cool. You take this one. I know that works. No, that's mine.
Okay, we'll share. Hi everyone. We have been working on the media viewer this year again. I'm sure you are familiar with the extension. You also might be familiar with the features that are provided on the right-hand side. For instance, the download dialog. You may notice that it is a bit clunky, and together with the design team, we came up with a new design and implemented that to have a nicer version of the download dialog, as well as the share and embed dialog that has also been cleaned up a bit. And I'll hand over to Matthew to explain a bit about the design.
Thanks. Yeah, so our main goal with these design changes was to simplify everything as much as possible, trying to use all the space available, combining various different states so you didn't have to click as much, and then just changing things to codecs. So there's a few changes to that.
We're not done. Dark mode is just around the corner, and we noticed that Media Viewer has some issues, so it's quite hard to read the text. And by using the correct codex design tokens, we were able to resolve, I think, all outstanding issues and get them applied to the extension code base. So plenty of patches have been merged, thanks to John. And Matthew has another idea.
Yeah, the last thing is we're still working on this bit, but while we're transitioning these areas of codecs, we want to improve kind of the information hierarchy of this bottom part. So we're exploring that. If you have any feedback or ideas, you can find the fab ticket and let us know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up are Gopa Vashant, the Protonade and or Reputation 2022. If you know that you're next in line, can you please make sure that you're available and here quickly once the presenters complete their presentation.
Yes, hi, I'm Gopa, and here is Varun and Prithvi. So at the end of the year, we all edit Wikipedia, Wiki Source, Wikimedia Commons, and a lot of wikis, right? And we want to celebrate our achievements, correct? So here is a year-end review tool, originally created by the John, and this is deployed in the Netlify. But we in the hackathon, updated the tool, enhanced the features with much more abilities and so on. And at the end, we deployed in the tool forge. So Varun and Prithvi will be demoing the tool.
Okay, hello everyone. So we initially faced a lot of issues. Like there was certain kind of we improved the code quality of it, and as you can see, we introduced codecs to it. So now we are restyling the tool with it. So yeah, here's the demo. Let's enter someone's ID. Well, we are going to see SD001 contributions now. So yep, this is how the stories look. We have made it, it's entirely on web, and it's totally, it's compatible with mobile devices as well. So you can see the stories, and it will be live. It's live for throughout the year, but the new year gets added when, like during the year end. So it'll be somewhat like a Spotify story or a YouTube story, and it will tell you all the contributions. So yeah. This was pretty fun.
Thank you very much. Very impressive.
You can find the FAB ticket, and if you have any feedback, please contact us, sir. Thank you.
Ferdi 2005, you're next. The microphone is on the desk, I think.
So we have a lot of pictures from Wiki Los Monuments contest in Italy, but they are not used on the project. So what I thought to do was adapting an existing tool that I had developed to track the monuments, to add also two tools or games, I don't know how you want to call them. The first one, after you log in with Wikidata, you can match the pictures from the Wiki Los Monuments contest to the items, to the Wikidata items that don't have the image associated. And so you just choose the image and then you add it to the item. And the second one is to create categories where the commons categories are missing. And so you get all the pictures that participated in Wiki Los Monuments for the monument. Then you get to choose the name of the category and the further category you want to put that in. You select the images that apply, and you just click Create Category, and the category gets created. The last thing I wanted to say is that in Wikimedia Italy, we developed an app for Wiki Los Monuments, which is app.wikilosmonuments.it, that we would be very happy to share with other countries which are organizing Wiki Los Monuments and would like to have a nicer interface for their participants. So if you want to do this, just reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up is Buvana. And after this we have Robertski. If you could make sure that you're like near the front of the room, that would be great. You are Buvana? So the scheduled presenter needs a little bit more time, so we have Robertski next. Can we, yes, thank you.
Can I zoom in on this? Static. Yeah, okay. So I'm Robert, I'm from Singapore, and one thing that we face is we will get this error message. We can make a citation for you on your citation for various reasons. One of it primarily is because of blocking of the Wikimedia servers on the website's end. So what we have presently are like web to site, or we manually key in the citations, pretty set. So what we have, it's essentially, let me go down, to come out with a Chrome extension, where we redirect the REST API from Citoid to a local Citoid server. So it's basically a regex redirection, where you will end up getting the citation from your own machine, right? So what this allows for is that we can federate out community-run Citoid servers around the world. Local communities can run their own Citoid, their own beta Zotaro translators before getting pushed to the official translator group repo, right? And then what the next steps we have is to make it user-friendly, and to upload to Chrome Web Store for everyone for easy download, if possible, to come up with a documentation and maybe host Citoid servers on our own. So all this is still a proof of concept. I will take the next few weeks to get it more user-friendly. So that's that from me.
Thank you very much. Are you ready now? Yeah. Fantastic.
Thank you.
And you can click any links that you have.
These links.
You can switch the tabs if you want to open a new link. Yeah?
Right. Thank you. I'll just keep these handy. All right. Hi everyone. This is Bhuvna Minaki from India, and glad to be. This is my first global event with a wiki, so glad to be here. Thank you. And there was a good show up of audience for my just ended session on how to improve women in tech in local communities. Thanks for showing up. So I've been also actively engaged in understanding the accessibility of wiki projects across different domains, and have been looking across like how to create a checklist on accessibility. I've also had a discussion yesterday with Morel and Alexandra. Thanks for the inputs, and it's helped me to understand how to improve technical documentations and where the gaps exist, to identify and observe the potential challenges. So to start with, I run this community called the Women in Tech Collectives India to help across self-help women getting trained in tech and also in local open knowledge forums, and also have been doing this initiative called Emergibility. This is specifically a project for advocacy on neurodivergence and the research on understanding neurodivergence across academia and also in accessibility in tech spaces. So this is more of a local project we're looking at to focus in India. So it's emergibility.org if you want to go and look at the website. Yeah, so
so I found that there are guidelines for developers on the MediaWiki, which has like a decent amount of understanding of like how the pages, what needs to be kept in mind for developers. While
Please wrap up.
Sorry.
Please wrap up.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So I mean, what I've been also trying to develop is to specifically focus on neurodivergent tools to access the Wikipedia pages, and also just some inspirations from WCAG, and also the WikiWant project would be the inspirations to get started with. Yes. Yes. All right. Anyway, thanks for the opportunity. Yeah. Yeah, all right, thank you.
Okay. Can you see it? I cannot. Can I? Okay. Hello, my name is Amir. I have 20. Oh, sorry. There is my. Hello, my name is Amir. I have 20 slides to present, so pray for me. I want to work. In this hackathon. I wanted to work on Huma, which is like a bird's eye view of MediaWiki. We have a lot of code, like millions of lines of code of PHP that is in production now, and we don't have a good understanding of it. Code search is good, but I want it more structured. So after dealing with the SQLite postures, PHP AST, writing in two things, and building a fan plugin and so on, I put it in two tables in a database. I want to show you how it actually you can use this. For example, you can make this query and get all of the once called soft deprecated methods that we have in production that you can just, fix that one call and then make it hard deprecated, this is the result. The second example is that you can make a query and get the direct cyclic dependencies between two classes. For example, here, this is a result of that. You can get call of to all functions that have been soft deprecated 120, like 6 or 7 years ago, and through that is this results. You can get the dependencies between different different level images of MediaWiki. For example, get this, build a graph out of it and so on. This is the result. You can get most implemented hooks. Where it has some false positives there, but usually it's basically that. And yeah, there are more examples in the slides. You can click on it. And for future, first is that the code is a stuff of nightmare, so I need to fix that. I need to make the updates a bit more robust and work it in more ways and make it a web service so people can actually query it and handle edge cases like it doesn't support traits, some versions of PHP, all sorts of mess like that. So yeah, that's it. Woo!
I applaud you. Thank you. The next presenter is Gelto. Ah, please. Yeah. There you go. Turn the microphone on. There's a slider on there. It needs to go up. Yep.
Check. Okay, hello. My name is Jelto. I built a custom GitLab Prometheus exporter. So Prometheus is the standard tool for collecting and aggregating metrics of application and infrastructure. GitLab has a standard Prometheus exporter, but it's very limited in scope and it's written in Ruby. So I decided to create a custom one in Python because we had special use cases and needed certain metrics to especially alert and audit security stuff. So currently the I'm not able to no. So currently the exporter exports 4 metrics, how much users there are, how much projects there are, how much CI workers there are, and especially CI worker configuration, and we plan to alert on specific configuration changes so that we are aware of any misconfigured CI worker. Yeah, the tool is running on the test house and will be deployed in production next week.
Next presenter, please.
So, have you ever created a navigational box and then you had a tedious task of putting this navigational template into all pages it links to? Yeah, quite tedious. So, I have developed a bot which would distribute this template across all pages where it links to, put this template into those pages. I have previously written this bot for Ukrainian Wikipedia. No, that's not it. But during the hackathon, I have adapted it for use in Moroccan Arabic Wikipedia. I have processed all navigational templates that were there, put them to all pages that they were linking to, and in general I have adapted my bot to be translatable, that it could run in any Wikipedia. So if you want to run it in your Wikipedia, you can ask me for the files of this bot. And as you can see in this example, here is this template which was added to this page. And here, yes, here it is. Thank you. Who's next? Nuke Extension. Okay, I'll better run.
The Nuke Extension is next.
Hello, hello.
And for the speakers, if you are wondering how much more time you have, you can watch here, and there's
Amazing.
a countdown running.
Thank you. Cool. Well, we and all the other people listed here have been contributing to the Nuke extension, which has not received much maintenance in a while. So briefly, Nuke is a tool to mass delete pages created by a single user on a wiki. Next slide. So we worked on a bunch of different tickets, including like clarifying interface strings, writing PHP unit tests. There was exactly one before this weekend, fixing some bugs and features, and then the big work that is in progress is to move Nuke to use codecs, because one of the forms was in OUI, one wasn't even in that. I want to highlight that on Friday, Olga and I did this like Herculean design effort to like do a bunch of wireframing and potential improvements to Nuke, and then we spoke to like 5 admins around the room, so thank you if we spoke to you, it was very valuable. And then Rowan is going to talk about codecs.
Yes, thank you. So Special Nuke has 2 forms, which you saw very briefly before. There's a form where you can say which user you want to search for, and then there's a second form where you can see which pages they've created and decide which ones you want to delete. The first one was built in HTML form, but with OUI, so I ported that to codecs. The second one wasn't built with anything HTML form related at all, so Susanna ported that to HTML form to begin with, and then I ported it to codecs. And as you can see, this is now using codecs with like bigger checkboxes and everything. If you go back to the first page, that username input also has autocomplete for the username, which was already there implemented with OUI. I implemented it with codecs, and that is the first hydrated codecs form component that like starts out as a CSS only component and is replaced with a JavaScript component. We haven't done that in MediaWiki core before, so that was pretty tricky.
Thank you. The next presentation is automating categories and articles on small wikis.
Hello, my name is Munir. Yeah.
That one? No, the fab.
Yes, number 10. Yes. Yes. Okay, so first I made a presentation about two about tasks that I created, which is for automating categories, including creating the whole category tree and distributing it on different articles, and on creating new articles on small wikis using two different methods. So my aim here was to get some feedback, how we can deploy this to normal users, and I got some really good feedback, and I was able to communicate with the Codex team to move forward with this idea. We're building dynamic forms. So that was for the first idea. The other thing was to the other thing was to deploy a bot task on ToolForge. So that one worked as well with the help of Martin Urbanets. I thank him very much for his help. So this bot task, it updates the let's say the best 5 editors on our on Moroccan Arabic Wikipedia for the month, and I usually would run this from my own computer. So I wanted this to run multiple times a day, and we were able to get it to run. So it's running right now, and maybe I can show the screenshot from the ToolForge. Yeah, of the last time it ran today. Okay, so that's it.
Thank you. Next up is Mate on OpenTelemetry instrumentation for MediaWiki.
All right, thank you. Right, so OpenTelemetry is an open standard for distributed tracing, and the idea is to allow you to gather data and visualize about what happens in a distributed transaction, such as an edit and all the updates that happen as a result of it. And it does require you to instrument some of your code in order to understand exactly what happened, and also to propagate this context to the updates that get scheduled as a result of your action. So during this hackathon, I worked to add this instrumentation to MediaWiki. Here you can see in the Jaeger UI, for example, there is some caching calls being instrumented. You can see that it adds valuable context, such as the cache keys that were used as the operation, how much time it took, what cache server it was using. You can see here a cache miss case that it tried to look up something and then had to go to the database instead. And then at the end, you see that the trace context is getting propagated. That's MediaWiki making a request to itself to execute a job. Trace context gets passed through the boundary. This realizes it gets correctly attributed to the span, and you can see as a result here that it is all part of the same overarching trace and operation that I made an edit, it triggered the background job, it gets correctly attributed under it. So there is a core patch now for this. It's very early stages. There's lots of details that need to be worked out, of course, to clean it up. But in theory, it works. And Jaeger has some other nice visualizations as well that can be useful. Yeah, that is pretty much it from me. The recording should end here.
Ooh. Next up is the DJ and Alex. Here you go. You're doing computer. Cool.
All right. Hi, everyone. This is the JavaScript documentation theme for MediaWiki. This is the MediaWiki core docs, and you can see here we have these nice code samples, and then what we did here is add a copy button. So now there's a handy copy button, and you can copy these code samples, and we should have a demo of it. It'll play in a sec. Yeah, that's it.
And also just a quick shout out to Alex for doing so much work on the JS documentation, the new JS documentation, and all the other people at made a couple of patches, Rowan, and a lot of work's been done this year, so good work.
Thank you. Then we have next up Martin and Hall.
Hey, thanks. We worked on we worked on a data set for showing page views to articles stratified by country. that's something people wanted to have, but we couldn't release because it's considered sensitive. Now we have a data set using differential privacy we could release. Unfortunately, it's in some CSV files not very usable and accessible. And nobody looks at that. Inspired by some existing tools for regular page views or WikiNav tool showing the clickstream data, we thought, let's build something similar.
So yeah, we spent some time creating a ToolForge tool and a backend API. As you can see, this is also using Codex, so you can select a project value, then it'll automatically search that project for a set of pages. I picked a TV show that was popular last month. So you can fill in some days, and then you can graph the data, and it makes some API calls behind the scenes. You can see there's weekly peaks as the show airs. You can limit to the top 10 most viewed values, and then there's a sort of a underflow thing for all other countries. And then finally, you can limit it if you are interested in just one country. You can limit it just to one country. And there you go. That should be basically it.
Thank you very much. Then we have Mani Maron next with Spell for Wiki app improvements.
Hello everyone, Mani Maran. In this hackathon I worked on the Adobe's one is Spell for Wiki feature improvements and Wiki Source eBook reader app, another one. So Spell for Wiki is a existing one. I added the feature previously it is we need to add the category for getting the Wiktionary words list. Now I am adding by using the search by Wiktionary categories. So and also I worked on the OAuth login. So it is in progress. It is a UI. Just click on the plus icon to search the keywords from Wiktionary category. Then we can add category and get the list of words. So then record and upload the audio. In the Wiki Source offline ebook reader, it is a new app I'm developing. It is like reading the ebooks from Wiki Source in the offline. So the mobile ebook. It's a UI. Like list of ebooks listed, and we can download in the mobile application. Then we can read it in the app itself. So that's it. Thanks, everyone.
Cool. You can hand the microphone to Wolfgang. We have Wolfgang on SnapC, a project he did together with Tim and Dennis. Switch it up. If it's up, it's on. You can test it by speaking into it.
Does it work now? Good. So I'm talking about SnapC, just query by name on Wikidata. This was done by Tim, Dennis, and me. We want to make this sticker obsolete. Instead of having to know all the details and being proud of it, you just need to know what you want to query, like bands or cats or whatever. And we created a tool for that, where you can mass import examples. So this is like the full list of examples on Wikidata, and some from my research and some is from Scholia. And then you can just query by name. So next thing you do is give me the cats, just 5 of them. There you are. And if you want to change the format, you can say, okay, I want to put this on GitHub. And then you get like the full Monty with header and try it and whatnot. You can do that in LaTeX and whatnot. If you want to run that yourself, just fire up the whole thing, get it from PyPy, and it will install all the dependencies, run the server, which you can immediately use. There you find your cats again, this time with a nice UI. You can limit again, set the timeout,
And you see no query, you don't see the details, you just get the result. Next thing is the interesting part. Get rid of Wikidata's query service. No limits anymore, much higher speed, just using QLever or the server that we are running. Let's have cats with pictures this time. And of course, for any good presentation there should be a cat, which we'll have in a minute.
Thank you, Wolfgang. Next up we have content exploration by John Robson. And after John we have Lucas and or Jon Harald.
Hi, I'm John. So Wikipedia is very text heavy and has lots of information, so there's not much you can really interact with apart from like text and images. So I was kind of looking at the article, like things that might be better than they currently were, and like so timelines are one example, nav boxes, see also is another one. So see also, for example, I started here, explored like, you know, maybe if there was like thumbnails instead, that would draw people more likely to click them than before, if that was like a feature that was available. So that was where I started, the easiest one, using Codex there, so that was pretty easy to do. So nav boxes, I kind of looked at this for a while and thought, well, how could, nav boxes don't show on mobile, they're not very user-friendly on mobile, but they're actually graphs when I thought about them. So I played around with this idea of like visualizing them as a graph that you can like explore and jump around to different places. I got quite interested in certain articles where there was really complicated nav boxes, and you should be able to hover over those links if I did that. Yeah, so paper previews will show on certain things, so quite an interesting way to explore it, I thought. My video's too slow. The other thing I wanted to look at was, you saw the year in review tool earlier. I thought, what if we could apply the year in review tool to articles, and in particular the readers that edit them? So there was interesting facts like, not bots, but I think I started to get more interested when I thought about gender, so who's male, who's female. And when it got really interesting was like actually thinking about how people use categories and templates to express interest, to get an idea of the sort of people that edit the articles. And I just thought that was an interesting insight to the trove of like cool people that edit our encyclopedias. So yeah, cool.
Thank you, John. And now we have Lucas on moving CLDR language names to translatewiki.net.
Yeah, let's see if this all works. I have to squeeze 2 projects into 2 minutes. I'm starting with the more boring one, moving CLDR language names to TranslateWiki. We discussed how we're going to do this, but we didn't really implement that much yet. So yeah, but we have a clear idea of what we want to do there. Anything you want to add there? Okay, then I'll just jump right ahead to the next project, which has a more tangible outcome, which is the Wikidata image positions tool, which can be translated on TranslateWiki now. So if you go to the settings and select, let's say, Korean, so you can really see the difference, because there are already translations in, 7, 8 languages since this was enabled yesterday. That's amazing. So now you can see the index page is translated, and if I go here, and enter the item ID, it's also going to show the some of the labels here in, can I zoom in? No, forget it. Some of the labels here are in Korean. I don't know if you can see that on the screen or not. But yeah, part of the tool is translatable. Part of it isn't, like this is still in English. I still need to get on that. But yeah, this is in Korean, for instance. And yeah, I think that's it already. I don't have anything else to say. Well, you can go translate the tool. There's the link there. Yeah, I was told the piano is not allowed, but here there's all the translations. You can add ones if you want. How do you close tabs on Mac? I don't know.
The issue was that it was an auto piano and it can't be played. That was the issue.
I would heavily have tried to play it.
Thank you. The next presenter is, oh my, where's the name of the presenter in this?
Zach and Tuka?
Yes. Zach and Tuka on improving Wikimedia Commons image hashing. And after this we have Costa on allowing abuse filter to show a captcha.
So, hello. My plans for this hackathon was just that I have been doing image hashing at okay, now here it's better. For detecting duplicate photos and matching clone photos of the Wikimedia Commons photos. So problem has been that it's too slow to hash all the photos. So I moved the system from Toolforge to the virtual server, and now it's about 4 times faster, which is nice. And it is expected that all the photos are hashed at the summer instead of the next year or something like that. It is substantial improvement, I would say. And I also installed it on top, but let's see if it works, so that image has could be queried by SparkWell, but it is a little bit shady. So as it's routed through Soapbox, so maybe it's work, maybe it's not work. So yeah, and basically currently, okay, it loads a little bit slowly photos, so let's skip that. Yeah, but that's what I have been doing here. Yeah.
Very much.
Hello. Hi. Hey everyone, I'm Costa, and I want to show you what happens when you combine a widely loved tool with a universally despised one. Abuse filter and CAPTCHA. Also, if you filed any tasks today and you're worried about when they're going to get done, 2039 is around the corner, so don't worry. Right. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Lots of comments. More comments. Come on. Right. Abuse filter. It's a way to deny people from doing certain things. We often use it on the wikis to block edits, to stop account creations. I don't know what's going on. There we go. All right. So there's a request from a long time ago that can you have an action here to require a user to complete a CAPTCHA. And that wasn't so easy to do when the task was filed, but as of last night, it was actually pretty straightforward. So you tell confirm edit extension that you want to register an action for abuse filter, and then abuse filter can do something with it. So if you have skip CAPTCHA, right, which the admin does, you don't get bothered by it. If you go to make an edit as anonymous user, because I just set it for action equals all edits, you'll see when I scroll down that here's a CAPTCHA that's being displayed. And then you wait for me to type in this thing. So that's the source editing version. It works also for a visual editor. You'll type the message. You press publish changes, and it's going to say you need to fill out the CAPTCHA, works for discussion tools. So there's a few things to sort out, but it's working really well, and I hope it helps with bot detection. Thanks.
Thank you. Next up is Dimitri.
Hello. I have a screen recording of the Android app here. Sorry, I can't do a live demo, but this is the app launching. We launched the app. Let's go to a random article, and now in the menu at the top right there, we have a new option to listen to the article, and we're suddenly listening to the article in the background. If the article has a spoken version, a wiki spoken recording, it'll play that audio file. Very importantly, it uses the built-in Android system component for playing the audio. So you get the lead image of the article as the album art there. You get all the playback components that you expect. You can seek and everything. And in the article itself, you have a new affordance there to show playback controls. Big thanks to Justin for the designs there. That's a beautiful looking component. You can continue navigating through the app. You can go to a different article from here, and it'll keep playing the current article that's playing currently, right? So the Big Bang article is still playing in the background there. If you want to start playing this one, you can listen to this article, and if there's not a wiki spoken version, it'll do text-to-speech. It'll do text-to-speech, but still use that same kind of nice system component there in the background. And you can even navigate all the way out of the app, or even turn your device screen on and off, and you'll get that nice notification on your lock screen to play. So yeah, listening to articles coming soon to Android and iOS.
Thank you, Dimitri. The next presenter we have is Eric Gardner, I believe.
Hi everyone, I'm Eric. I wanted to spend some time here just chipping away at the codex component backlog because there's obviously many things we still don't have yet. So I decided to take a stab at the tooltip component, the humble tooltip. Not very flashy, but useful in lots of places. So I have a demo. First, I guess I'll say that the UI here is inspired by the ARIA authoring practices guidelines for tooltips. This is still a little bit, there's not a full consensus on this yet, but there's at least some. We try to follow that wherever possible. So yeah, this looks very simple. There's a lot of code underneath here to do various things. So these will move around if there's not enough space on the screen. They appear on focus as well as on mouse over. So this little element here will move around. Oh, it disappears, but on my machine it worked fine, of course. Anyway, so a very basic example. Under the hood, it's implemented as a Vue.js directive. It's a little bit different from a component, so it's a thing you can add on any like arbitrary element. And yeah, I think it's something we hope to be able to include in the library very soon. The last thing I want to say is just a big thank you to everyone who is using Codex in your own projects. It's really exciting to see. We've come a long way in a year or so with this framework, and I'm excited to see people using it. So thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Next we have Valdir. I'm going to close some windows for you to make sure that we stay clean. Thanks, Nick, for the suggestion.
Cool. Hi, everyone. I'm going to try to fit presentations in 2 minutes as well, and I'm already lost 30 seconds or so. So fortunately, they are small changes. So as many of you probably are prone to be nerd sniped. I happen to have made lots of edits during this hackathon and patches and changes, which came out of conversations with other people. So when I do edits on wikis like that, I tend to want to share the diff with other people, or sometimes just to check that I did the right thing. So now when you make an edit, the pop-up that shows up actually has a link to the edit that you just made, so you can just copy it, share it, inspect the diff. So
It's a convenience. And the second one is, well, it's I nerd sniped myself. So when I was searching for the message for this, for the previous change, I noticed that the code search interface had a message here that showed the timing of the query and also a number of files. But this didn't actually correspond to the number of files, which you don't notice unless you do something like this, and you get very few results. What did I do? You get very few results, and then you can see that it didn't. Now it's corrected. The total now actually corresponds to the total of files that you that the search result returned. So I fixed this, and I also improved the message so it's a bit more readable. And I want to thank all the people that helped me. Too many to name, but you know who you are, and thank you again for helping during the hackathon. You're great.
Thank you, Waldi. And it's well within time. Beautiful. Up next is Alberto.
So hello everyone. I have also two ideas. The first one is deploy to Forge from GitHub Actions, because every time you do an update in your code, you have to go to Forge and make updates. There is already on the Wikitech option to use webhooks to automatize this update, but sometimes it doesn't fit for your case. So we created a workflow for using your repository, so it acts as you directly on the Forge itself, and then for example here we have wait a second. Okay, it's not loading. But this was a compilement of the Node.js that you had to do manually onto Forge. Now you can do it automatically using GitHub Actions. And then the other project was a new magic word to be used in the proofread page extension. This is for the Wiki sources, because sometimes you can have some pages on the main namespace that is not a book itself, is not a work itself, it's like a list of editions or a list of translations that you may want to, hold on. So like a list of works, for example, this is the same book but with different translators. But this page we are going to be tagged on the special page called special page without scans. So this is the magic word to avoid the classification of this kind of page in this special page. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Deb, you had a suggestion. You wanted to make the text a little bit bigger? Yeah. I see that some people have problems navigating the mouse pad or whatever the thing is called with Apple. Our next presenter is Nuke. Nuke on no, sorry, that's the wrong one. It's Kevin, Super Hamster. Yeah, apologies. Here you go.
Thank you. So this weekend I was thinking of how photographers on Wikimedia Commons often want to kind of showcase their favorite photos. A lot of photographers edit their user pages to create galleries, but I was kind of thinking of how to enhance that, to kind of create views that are more akin to Flickr or 500 pixels, that are kind of more sleek and simplified and really showcase the photos. So I kind of created an alternative front end for Commons. So as an example, if I go to my user page / Commons Gallery, I kind of can lay out like links and kind of make your standard Commons Gallery. And then I have this web tool with a simplified CNAME commons.gallery. It renders those links that you saw. Let me zoom in a little bit. So it basically converts the gallery that you saw here into kind of a more simplified, sleek, enlarged view, so that it's something that users can more easily share with the public. So this is just a proof of concept. There's a lot of ways this could go. We could have light boxes, slideshows, and just different types of templating if people want to use alternative layouts. So I'm going to be exploring this for hopefully the next few weeks. But thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Then we have a presentation on language converter. Here you go. Good luck.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nazmul Haq Nukib. I am from Bangladesh, and maybe I am the only one who flew from Bangladesh for 15 hours journey. So I thought I should make it worth. So in our country, Bangladesh has a lot of Manipuri people, and also India has a state called Manipur, and the state language of Manipur is Meitei language or Manipuri language, and the Manipuri language is written using two official scripts. The first one is Meitei script or Meitei Mayak, and the second one is Bangla script. And Bangla script also shared by our Bangla language and also Assamese language. But in MediaWiki or MediaWiki, MNI.Wikipedia, they only allowed Meitei script to be written, and the people who doesn't know the Meitei script cannot read it, or the content is not accessible to them. So a user named Haureima, this is his username. So he approached me and requested me to create anything that would be beneficial to transliterate the content between Meitei script and Bangla script. So that's why we have spent like 24 hours to create a Python library, and then we deployed that in different manners. But upon arriving here, I discussed it with S. Shastri, and he helped me with creating an language converter, and thanks to him, thank you very much. Language converter, now if you go to MediaWiki, then it should show you an option for Bangla Mayak. The first one is sorry, mouse is not available. Okay, so the thing you see on the left side, the first one is in Meitei script and the second one is in Bangla script. So if you click on the Meitei script, then it would show you the Meitei version, or the whole page would be in Meitei script. But if you click on the Bangla version, then it would show you the Bangla script. And I cross-checked with a native speaker, that user, thanks to Haureima, and he confirmed that it is 99% correct. But it has some machine tweaking, so we need some kind of improvement, but it is 99% correct and it's okay to reuse. Thank you very much.
That is a huge jump in accessibility. Thank you very much for that addition. Next presenter is Galdar.
Hello. So what I wanted to do here is main page proposal using Grid for the vast Wikipedia, but can be exported to anyone because it's modular. So it's also responsive. If you go with mobile, some parts disappear, some parts change the order too, because mobile users normally consume in another way. So it has like some main feature articles, some community links. It has this video section for the video project we are doing in the vast Wikipedia, and it has also this on this day, and John Robson did John did this, that if you click here, you can access previous day things. Also, it has this from Commons that actually is not, it's manually done. It has the 6 last people who has died, who has article in Bash Wikipedia, and is done with Listeria, with this cool grayscale effect. And it also has these 2. They are not properly working yet, but this is a place around you. So it will show 2 articles, and these are the most read articles we still can't get yesterday because there are some cache issues. So if someone knows about this, there is a ticket. But it shows the trending articles on any given wiki. And anyone can copy everything here.
Thank you. Next up is Brian. Just closing a couple of windows here. There we go. Oh man. Yeah. No idea how that's configured, but it's just my sweaty hands. No, it's not. No. Everybody's picking on Deb's laptop. On the right hand side? This is my right hand. Scroll thingy. Oh. Hi people. My name's Brian and I make computers do things for a living, and you can really see that right now. So Wikibugs is an IRC bot that announces things that happen on Fabricator, things that happen on Garrett. It didn't announce things that happened on GitLab until a little bit after lunch today. And I made a merge request on GitLab, and over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, Wikibugs says I made a new merge request. It's live, it needs config. So if you have things in GitLab that you want to show up on IRC, find the Wikibugs instruction page on MediaWiki.org, and it'll tell you how to go fill out stuff so that you can make things shout at you on IRC. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Next up, Tuka and Nat. You need to mic? Okay, cool.
Hi all. So my name is Tuukka, I'm from Finland, and with me I have Nat from Uruguay. So we made WikiShootMe like upload wizard for Commons. That was kind of the topic, and now to show like what was WikiShootMe for those who didn't know. So it's a popular way to show that okay, there are shown on red the Wikidata items that are missing a photo, and then the participant in the campaign can just click it and upload the photo. There are other similar inspired by WikiShootMe. So for instance, in an earlier presentation was mentioned this Italian Wiki Los Monuments tool. Our chosen approach now was to make a combination of small tools. For instance, this Wiki Los Monuments map in Finland, just embedding a map on the campaign site. And when you click one of the circles, you get a pop-up and then showing what information exists, and then a button that will link to upload wizard that we see next, that, okay, here now you are uploading the image. So pretty streamlined, but there are some current paper cuts. We tried to address some during the weekend. So the Wikidata ID of the monument depicted is not currently passed on to structured data on Commons. We have a solution to this. And then the target group of many campaigns is new users, and they will need to sign up. And we have a next a screenshot of what happens. This we didn't have time to fix, but it's not a very user-friendly way to welcome people to our community. They don't even necessarily find where is the place to create an account if you don't have one already.
So what the results that we have from this weekend is that we've submitted a pull request. Now it's been reviewed and we need to make some fixes to it. That our pull request allows the upload wizard to also take from the URL the pics QID, the QID of the wiki data item that the picture is depicting as a URL parameter that will allow us for the map that we have to link to the upload wizard and to upload that directly, and that way we will skip the OAuth and some of the things that make the experience less smooth for new users. We have a quick proof of concept, and next we will keep working. I will keep working on it also when I come back to Uruguay. And yeah, we need to get the patch merged after fix and into production of the upload wizard extension, finish this proof of concept, and finish discussing what's the best approach and more tweaks to the upload wizard.
The next presenter is Nicola. No, it's Toha OMG. Haven't we seen you already? Right. That's a problem, right? Maybe Nicholas wants to present. That is allowed. Good. Then we're going to go to Valerio. Have we seen Valerio? No, it's a different Valerio. Sorry. Here you go.
Hello. How to exit from this? Sorry, because I don't know how to use macOS or.
I would expect escape. Let's close the tabs. Yeah. So just to clarify, the showcase. Every natural person is allowed 2 minutes on stage. The same natural person is not expected for another 2 minutes on stage, because then the whole 2 minutes is kind of moot. That's the explanation there.
Okay, so first of all, one hello from the satellite event from Catania. That was really nice, related to Wikimedia Hackathon. And this theme was the maximum efforts, minimum results. And this is the classification of our best work. You know that Forge has an interesting Fabricator has an interesting can view policy. So you can set visible to a user only when the moon is full, or this kind of, I don't know why. The issue was when you have not the moon in the full status, you had this warning, this error with a typo. There were a missing space, and now we fixed that space. And after a year and 15, thank you. I'm wow, incredible. Another thing, thanks for Andre about when you visit a Fabricator page. Sometimes you are not logged in, and you see. No, it's not this one. I'm confused. Yeah, you see invalid token exception. Oh my, this one. Okay, and the issue is it just should be please log in. Okay, and after a year we still don't know how to fix this. So and in the proper way. So this is unfixed, unfortunately. Last thing notable. Yeah, for GDPR reasons, you can upload a photo, a picture, and delete it. Indeed. Oh, what I'm doing, and delete it, but it's impossible to delete your picture. It will stay there forever. And now we probably know how to fix it. So it's still not fixed, but after a year, and so thank you so much for all the attention. And please subscribe to Wikimedians for Software Freedom. Just
Thank you, Valerio. Thank you very much. That was entertaining and informative. Oh my, yeah. Deb, we need to talk about this at some point. So next is Neslian. this one works perfectly. It's special. Thank you.
Well, I wanted to solve one of my problems, and I believe that it will be helpful for many people. Most of the time in Women in Red hackathon, editathons, I recognize that there is no picture for the item in the wiki data, but there is actually a picture on Commons if you check. So this tool, first, okay, it has to start, sorry. Yeah, there is a randomization game button here, so if you want to play, it looks very fun, I know. Yeah, it brings a Wikidata item without picture, and it's from Women in Red list. And if there is a result on Commons, it shows the user these results, and user can pick one, saying that, yes, this is this person, and then this will edit Wikidata item. And here there is a problem, and I want to continue to play, but I recognize that SparkWhale caches. So randomization only works only once. So I want help from one of the SparkWhale people to solve this. But then ideally, we have to be able to keep playing. And this can even be improved by sending an indent to the Wikipedia application. And we can also add the picture to the Wikipedia application. Means that we can finally use the picture on Commons we already have. So thank you.
Thank you, Neslian. The next speaker, well, this is the active microphone, is Paulina.
Hi, I'm Paulina. I work at Fandom, and this is my first Wikimedia Hackathon. And thank you. So during the hackathon, I built my first Vue.js codex component, which is a step indicator. And here I prepared some examples. So first is like a default one with just a counter and some dots. You can also add your title there as well as description. There is also support for linear progress, where not only the current step is marked as active, but also all the previous ones. There is also a support for maximum number of visible dots. In this case, it's 5. And also maximum number of visible dots with linear progress. And basically, that's it. That was me and step indicator. Thank you.
Thank you, Paulina. I see Tavi.
Hello. Let's see. So, trying to use this. Okay, yeah. So Fabricator has a feature where you can add tokens to a task to do something. I think there's a task to clarify why that is, but that's irrelevant here. So we have new types of tokens. So we have a fox token and a unicorn token. So you can go give this task to add a fox token. Well, thank you.
How efficient. Thank you, Tavi. Next we have Olga and or Andrew.
Where's Olga? You should come up here.
Olga, yes.
Okay. Hi, we're doing the GLAM CSI project. As you know, it's a project to assess the contribution pipeline by documenting key user stories here. Olga, why don't you tell us a little?
What we did in this hackathon, we ran about 3 sessions, one each day, collected stories from some of you, and ran a workshop. Yeah.
Some of the key takeaways we found so far: constituencies need to talk to outside of Europe and North American entities, speak to more mobile users, Wiki Source folks, smaller projects, small GLAMs, individuals, and not stick with just the big projects. And then areas of concern we've highlighted so far: uploading media files and content was something a lot of folks have identified, working with structured data on commons, and the desire for more innovative interfaces. Sites like those, Ajapike that we were shown, Ajapike, Wiki Documentaries, Histropedia, more tools like this were requested. Follow the project on Meta at GLAM CSI, complete the survey that's there, spread the word to folks you know who are either large-scale contributors or GLAM contributors. Get in touch with Olga or myself, and there will be the same type of sessions at Wikimania 2024. And since we had some time, the talk about innovative interfaces inspired us to try this. Some of you know that we have 360 panospheres. We've never been able to link them up and do tours. This prototype shows you how to do that. So we actually have a 360 shot of the streets of Tallinn. You go into the banned books museum that some of us went to, and obviously like a Wikimedian, you look at that and say, I'd like to click on a book and get the Wikipedia article, and you can if you do something like that. And it uses QRpedia links so that it'll bring it up in the language setting of your mobile phone, French, Spanish, whatever. Awesome.
That was excellent. Thank you, Andrew. Vigneron.
Yeah. So I'm not a developer, but I helped a lot of things. I totally forgot, sorry Anton, that I helped you for Wiki Function. So we did some Wiki Function, but I will talk about Wiki Source, where there's so many people doing so many things. So I started a report, it's not finished, but oh, how do we zoom on this? Anyway, you can read that. Alberto went on stage, so you know that he did something about the page with scans. Jon Harald worked on creating 3 new wiki source for Georgian, Burmese, and Malay. And if you already created a new Wikimedia project, you know it can be a long time and there's a lot of things to check. Some people were not able to come because of visa and reasons. So, for instance, Soda worked from India on a new match and split tool. Some people worked on the OCR tools for Wikisource, obviously, but some pop-up needed fixing. Some people worked also on other things that I didn't. Please add more details. We had a talk about dark mode also, obviously. Side discussion about more general discussion for Wikisource and many, many other things. So I will not speak about everything. I will stop there. Just I want to thank everyone who worked on Wikisource, and if you want to do more work on Wikisource, please contact me.
Thank you, Nicholas. Next we have simplifying something in Wikidata. Simplifying Wiki-based data editing interface. That would be Sanjay and Naresh.
Hey everyone, so I'm Sanjay and this is Naresh. So our project is based on simplifying the wiki-based data editing interface. So when we take sites like Wikidata, when we want to edit properties of a specific item, let's say, so we have to edit one by one. So we wanted to have a collective interface or form-based interface to edit all the properties of an item. So that's our first goal. And the second goal is to categorize the properties based on specific property, let's say properties for that type in that sense. So let's say in this image, we can see that the fields are grouped into multiple classes. So the fields for a tourist attraction are grouped into one, and the fields for a mountain are grouped into one. And we wanted to save all these properties with a single Save Changes button. That's our entire goal. And we also wanted to implement or mimic the same functionalities provided by the edit button in the existing design. So we provided the auto-completion feature, and we are still trying to mimic a lot of data types as well. So for now, we just handle string, wiki-based item, and external IDs. It's still not functional. We are facing some issues now, and if you want to include this user script, you can just add it in your common.js file, and you'll be able to use it. Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have Exploring and Visualizing Commons Impact Metrics by Marcel, Krishna and Nivas.
Hey all. So the objective was to play with the new released Commons Impact Metrics dataset, and we downloaded the dumps without problems. We imported the data into DuckDB, MySQL, SQLite, and MariaDB with some minor problems. So regarding querying the data, it was mostly okay. We found a data issue where one of the data sets has, in some rows, has some missing fields. We'll fix that ASAP. The dumps format, we realized, is not great for indexing because it's kind of denormalized. And because of that, some of the queries on the larger tables were taking a little bit more than expected. Next, we built a Python script that downloads and conveniently prepares the data for it to be ingested into the databases while filtering by a set of category graphs or subgraphs. So we think that the typical user will mostly want to analyze just part of the data that pertains to their group. So this script will drastically reduce the data size and improve performance. And as for the awesome data visualizations, I'll pass it to Casey.
Yeah. So to visualize the data, we have downloaded the data with the script Marcel has built, and then installed DuckDB, which is in-process database, which you can roll up, a database fast and then explore the data. So we have connected DuckDB with a local. So we have tried installing a local instance of Superset, and then connected the Superset instance to DuckDB, and yeah. So this is just like to explore and visualize how these metrics would look and what is the possibility, and then we'll document and the use cases and build something further. So what we have is some high-level metrics I think some high-level metrics of the media file usage, the number of pages, number of wikis, and also we tried to visualize the category graphs. So these on Superset, these are interactive. I think the font is a little off here. So this is for one primary category, so which is an institution, which is Europeana, which is filtered here. And so we try to visualize the category graphs, which are interactive, and also page views. Page views data by different months. Sorry. Yeah.
Are you done? Or there's no more? Oh, good.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, special guest, Amir Aharoni. Where's the mic? Who stole it? No one.
Hi. I'll be super short. So I mostly deal with all kinds of things related to localization. And at this hackathon, I fixed a bunch of bugs related to localization, and they got merged and they will deployed, and that's all cool, and thank you to everybody who helped. But I came to speak about something else. I want to give a shout out to Sheila there, who just came here to help with the organization, but she also knows Swahili. So she completed the localization of two very important MediaWiki components, Minerva and mobile frontend, which are the extensions that allow people to use Wikipedia on mobile phones. So now people will be able to read Wikipedia in Swahili, and also push all the buttons and the menus and especially the edit button in Swahili. So this is now complete. It was almost 0, and now it's at 100%. So this is cool. Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you, Amir, for pointing that out. So we've seen 42 presentations. There are another 8 in the Etherpad for people that have done things that they didn't necessarily want to showcase but did want to document. I want to thank all of you for that. I think it was awesome again. If you look at what was done, even with the preparation, so thank you for that. I'm without words almost. There's a couple of brief things that I would like to point out with regards to future events. The first European MediaWiki Users and Developer Conference, I think formerly known as Enterprise, as Semantic MediaWiki, all kinds of things, conference organized by the MediaWiki Stakeholders Group, is to be held on the 4th to the 6th of November in Vienna. There is a page with some preliminary information on that. On November 1st, there is a tentative mini hackathon in Utrecht for Wikimedia, organized by Wikimedia Netherlands, with about 30 participants maximum. If you're leaving before the party today, consider giving your drink voucher to someone else who does attend the party. I think, well, so Amir is volunteering for being a distribution point, and I think Sam Reed is also able to receive your vouchers. Wikimania what? It'll be there this year, I think. Katowice, Poland, in August, right? Second week? Oh no! Ah, yeah. So this is being, yeah. I mean, you can't be more up to date on this. It has links. It even, I think, it has its own wiki. Well, it shares it with previous installments. We have about 15 minutes left, and I would like to spend those 15 minutes with you on things that happened here that you can't demo, but you can talk about. The intangibles that we also spoke about in Athens. I was pretty happy that we did a 7.5 hour beer sharing session yesterday evening. Lots of interesting things were shared. It's easy to misunderstand what happens there if people make jokes, putting post-its on their forehead and make that into what it wasn't. It was just people having talks, having beers and sharing them and talking about other things also. Yeah, that was my part. Thank you for all of the people that I met again in the past couple of days, and I would invite any of you to have a short whatever story here on stage. So line up like you did on Friday morning and share with us whatever it is you would like to share about, well, what happened here in the past couple of days. Go ahead. And just give the microphone to the next person that wants to say something. Keep it short, right?
Well, I want to thank everyone for the support that you have been helping me a lot. Like Tuka, most of all, helped me a lot because I really wanted to join some project. I did have a project idea to bring here, but I most of all wanted to share with people and to work in something together. And I wanted to share that I didn't study computer science in university. I'm in the Wikimedia movement, I started last year. And for me, it's very important to be able to be here. And it's also very scary because you see that there are a lot of men here, and I'm not always comfortable with that. I'm not always comfortable with being around programmers and people who I think know more than me in lots of things. But I think that it's very important that I'm just here learning, and I will keep doing that. So I wanted to say that for the sake of sharing it with anyone who hasn't had the courage to come to a place like this yet, and also for you to keep inviting people who you don't often see in these places. So thank you.
Hi, here I am again. I just wanted to thank everyone who has been doing patch reviews, especially James, who's done a lot of them for me. There's been a lot of changes merged over the last 2-3 days, so many that we almost took down continuous integration and Garrett at some point, I believe. There were queues of 1.5 hours. So I think that says a lot about how much has been done during this conference, and I think that deserves a shout out. So thank you, everyone. Okay.
I'm not going to say that because I don't know. But I want to mention what this hackathon gave to me and the Grow team that I work for at the Wikimedia Foundation. And I'm happy that I met more people who would benefit from what community configuration is doing. And I probably wouldn't be able to meet them without the hackathon and see what that would be useful for. So I'm really happy for that, and thank you.
Hi, I just wanted to say that Garrett going down wasn't your fault. Try harder next year.
Yeah, I wanted to just talk about the work I unexpectedly got to do in this hackathon. When someone came up on stage and mentioned that they were working on porting some metrics from an oldie thing to a newer thing, and the newer thing would be great for me and really convenient. And this worked out really nicely. Like, I wasn't going to work on this until I just bumped into somebody, and then they very kindly, this is Cole at the back, very kindly like entertained me for a decent chunk of time and got some stuff shipped. So it's very nice.
So, as some of you might know, the ToolForge grid shut down earlier this year after a long service. I still had to migrate a lot, didn't really feel like it, but I have to say the migration went smooth this weekend, documentation was good, and the help was excellent from you guys, so I got most of it migrated. Thank you for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was a great pleasure to work together with you all. Unlike Nat, I feel very comfortable in an environment of nerds just like me. Being here together makes our work orders of magnitude more effective. If not on hackathon, it takes half a year to change the color of a button. During the hackathon, we can do it just in 3 days. So thank you everybody for coming here.
So thanks for mentioning me, Dayan. I have the huge privilege to come to a lot of Wikimedia Tech events, and it's always an incredible pleasure. It's always such an excitement, so much thrill from talking to all of you, meeting you, and lots of you are friends who I've known for 15, 20 years, some of you, maybe 10. Others I've met for the very first time, and I want to thank all of you for being yourselves, for coming here, for giving your time, whether it's as staff or as volunteers, as, you know, whatever you do. Thank you so much. It's wonderful. And to be such part of a community is brilliant. Thank you.
Hi all, hi again. So for me, one of the pleasures of attending Wikimedia Tech events like this is the ability to find somebody that is an expert in some specific field and then be able to pair up with them on something and then accomplish something that alone neither of you would have been able to complete. And that is exactly what I did last night. I spent about 2 or 3 hours with Crinkle debugging a very cryptic test failure that was reported to Fabricator, and which I also encountered independently in my work, and I had no idea what was the root cause. And so independently, neither of us could solve it, but when we paired up, after 2 hours of investigation, we found it that the Xdebug PHP extension introduced a breaking and undocumented change, and that was the cause of this very cryptic issue. But for that, I had to come here to Estonia, sit down, and just take a moment to focus together. And I'm sure that many of you have similar stories of just coming together to build something that you wouldn't have been able to do separately. So thank you for that.
Hello, this is a bit personal. I don't know if you know about one of these intangible. It's not about this hackathon, but 7 years ago in Wikimedia Hackathon in Vienna, I met a junior engineer intern, and I started talking to him about stuff. And one thing led to another. He got married to me like 2 months ago. That's
Hi, just want to share with you that the only real hacking work I've done was to report a bug that never happened before. So I'm very sorry to the foundation because they spend the money on my sponsorship for almost nothing. So, and thanks to the Wikibase team. Thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you and big shout out to all people who don't need to sleep. 11 p.m., midnight, I was almost done going to bed, then wake up, I see 3 a.m. Conversations, patches, amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, hi everyone. I just want to say thank you to everyone who at this hackathon contributed for first time to MediaWiki Core, and to other people who came back to contributing to MediaWiki Core after some type of wiki break. And really thanks a lot. That means a lot to us and to the code. If you haven't gotten your t-shirt yet, please come find me or find Mario on the back or find Deb and we get it to you. Thank you all.
You know, a hackathon is good when you find bugs in other things while working on things, and then can track down the person who's responsible for it in the room and talk to them. So this morning when I was trying to set up the demo that you just saw for this morning when you saw the demo that I just or this morning when I was working on the demo that you just saw for Nuke, I was trying to set up the patch demo instance for it, and in so doing, I discovered a bug in patch demo. So I tracked down Bartosz and I told him about the bug in patch demo, and I'm sorry, Bartosz, but I will file it properly later. I also, in building that, found a bug in Codex, which I reported to myself because, you know.
By the way, who's playing with this for the last couple of minutes? I've been wondering that. So secondly, hello everyone, my name is Varun, I'm from India. Thank you for having, this is my first hackathon by the way. And thank you for having me. I want to thank the community. I want to thank my mentors, everyone. I started contributing to Wikimedia like last year, at the start of last year, and did my Google Summer of Code with Wikimedia. That's why I got introduced with Gopa, who was my mentor, and Soham as well. So yeah, basically thank you everyone. Thank you for having me. That's it, thank you.
Hi everyone. This is just my second Wikimedia Hackathon actually. The first one was 2019, then Corona happened, then maternity leave happened. I was really looking forward to being here again, and I like, it was awesome. Thanks a lot for everyone who's been talking to me. I've been having awesome conversations also with Ismail over there. I ended up having a thing with Sparkle last night, also with Ricky over there. Also the Wikibase Suite team, we've been going to museum and everything. It's been awesome. Thanks everyone.
Hi everyone. I think I just really want to take this time to just thank everyone in general. This is my first hackathon, like many other people here, and it's a really new experience for me. I've never left my side of the world. I've traveled like half the world to get here. I'm not used to the time zone. I'm not used to the really cold temperatures. Like I'm used to burning in hell. So this is just a really new experience. I'm very happy to have met so many technical people, so many people that who have really poured their hearts into this project, and I'm just very thankful for all of you and thankful for the experience. And thank you to everyone who's here, everyone who's helped, and everyone who's managed to organize this whole event, and for keeping the chocolate milk chocolate dispenser full. And I hope to see, and I hope to see all of you again sometime. Hopefully at the next year's hackathon, maybe. And yeah, that's it.
Hi everyone, I'm Parthiv, I'm from India, and this is my first Wikimedia Hackathon. So I was a contractor. I worked as a contractor for the foundation 2 years ago for around a year and a half, and then I transitioned into being a volunteer because of a lot of reasons. And there are two main things that stand out for me in this hackathon. One would be that I finally got to put faces to names and usernames after working for over like a year and a half remotely. You know, people like Music Animal or people like A Clapper, I finally got to see them, meet them, and talk to them. Yeah, that was a big highlight for me. The second one being something that me and him encountered when we were working on the year in review tool. So we had this line in our code that said year +1, and it was JavaScript, and we spent around 15 to 20 minutes debugging what was going on. And then the value that was supposed to be there was 2024, and the year variable had the value 2023. And what was being actually sent was to 20231. And we did not understand it until we figured out it's just JavaScript doing JavaScript things by converting a number into a string. So that was some of the fun moments that we had here. And it was a totally great experience meeting all of you new people and finally being at the Wikimedia Hackathon that I've heard a lot about. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right. I think we did that quite well and on time. And then now it's Dap's turn.
Guess what? Guess what? It's almost time for dinner. Is this still on? Yes. But it's not a goodbye yet. But we made it. We made it. You all really did a fantastic job, seriously. No issues whatsoever other than a little bit with the food. Sorry, we're working on it. But seriously, you guys were up on Friday night. We were watching y'all. There was like 80 people still at midnight. Last night, I think there was over 100 people still at midnight and up until 2 o'clock or something like that. So you guys are working hard. And just by the showcase, it proves it, right? You did a great job. Anyway, this is all the information. I'm sure you've read it already. Basically, I don't know what happened to my little green circle there. Something moved when we did it here. Anyway, but it's actually at the red dot. So, but you want to leave here somewhere between 5:30 and 6. The food will only last until 7:30, but the party goes until 9 o'clock tonight. So come on over, have some fun, good food, good drinks, and say goodbye to everyone tonight. That's it. See y'all.